this is a proof of video, and I really don't give a fuck about how nobody feel about it. And I wasn't gonna do this because I already have enough shit going against me, you know. And I hate to expose my hand like this, but you know, I'm not ashamed about anything I've been through. But anyways, I'm gonna go back to last year to bring you up to date. Last year, my child's father and I had got back together, and it didn't end good. It ended violently, and he did end up sexually assaulting me, and I had to have a family member that had to come and help me physically remove him from my home. After that, about 2 or 3 months, after he had sexually assaulted me and left, I had like a little breakdown. I was down really bad. And before he and I got back together, he had been gone for 3 years and I've been in her life. We got a lifetime protective order in place. Like, I've been doing shit by myself. I had an apartment in College Station. You know, I was paying rent, $12.25 a month, including lights, water, my car note, my insurance, you know, household products, all of that shit. I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I was busting my ass and always have to make sure that I gave my daughter more than what the fuck I had. Last year when I was going through it, I had to send my daughter with my mama because I was so fucked up because of what had happened to me. And before this had happened, my daughter has always been with me. I don't send my daughter with people. She's always with me. I even breastfed my daughter until she was 8 months and then gave her formula. And in this day and age, it takes a special type of woman to do that. So fast forward to this year, I got evicted in January of this year from my apartment. I left. I went back to the country to go stay with my daddy. My daddy and I don't get along. He's an enemy of mine. And my family is very toxic and dysfunctional. And he wanted to mistreat me. And people have been mistreating me my whole life. He ended up putting me out. I went and stayed with his sister for a couple weeks. Couldn't do it. She had too much shit going on. Came back to the country. Stayed with my mama for a little bit, who had been trying to get me to come to the country the whole time that I was in my apartment in College Station. But I knew I needed that time alone. I've never had that before. And I really was going through some shit. And I needed to work on myself. Me being sexually assaulted and going through all that shit, that started my spiritual journey, like my healing journey, my self-love journey. And I wanted to become the best version of myself in all aspects of my life so I can show up for my daughter and everybody else who needs my help, so I can fill my cup and be able to help others. When I was at my mama's, we got into it. Like, she tried to, I don't know, she just would do little shit to nitpick at me and try to make like I never did anything for my daughter when I've been taking care of her whole life by my motherfucking self with no help, no man, no nothing. I've always been on my shit and been stable. But like I said, last year this shit happened. And I mean, it's been fucked up. So in January, after I got evicted, I started going to school. I went to school and I got my self-love certification to become a self-love coach. And I also got my certificate to be a ritual facilitator. Nobody gave a fuck. They knew that I was going to school. Nobody gave a fuck what I was doing. While also trying to break generational curses. I had to end up leaving my mama's because we just don't get along. And she was like, really? I was trying to take classes while going through all of this shit and work on myself. And it was just too much. I ended up going out of state for like a week. 5 days to a week. Came back. My sister asked me to move in with her. I was hesitant to do so because I know how funny acting people can be. People will ask you to do this, ask you to come stay over here, come be over there, and then when you get there, it be an issue. And I was hesitant. So when I came back to Texas, I was still hesitant, but I ended up going. My sister and I got into it several times while I was there. The first time I left on my own because I'm trying to be the best version of myself. And my sister wanted to get into it with me, and I love her, and I didn't want to get into it, so I fucking left. I got pregnant, came back. I had a fucking miscarriage, was in the hospital for 4 fucking days. In the ICU, fighting for my motherfucking life. In the duration of being there, they probably gave me 13 fucking full IVs. After that, about a month, we got into it, the duration, a couple times of being there. But after being back at her place for about 3 months, and we always communicated, and I thought we were solid, I had ended up shutting down and stopped speaking to my sister because I'm somebody who's very expressive, and I would tell her how I feel about something, and then I would tell my sister that I was confused, and she would tell me no, that I was mad. Invalidating my feelings constantly, and it had been going on for months. So I got to the point where I shut down and didn't want to speak anymore, and I wanted to talk to her, but I couldn't. The words wouldn't come out because she kept invalidating me, and I'm tired of people mistreating me. I'm tired of that shit, man. My sister texted me one day, told me to get my shit and get the fuck out, and I left peacefully with nowhere to fucking go. And she knew this, living in my motherfucking car. But I say this to say, today is my daughter's 7th birthday. My mama blocked me on Facebook months ago because I exposed her for the shit she had done to me growing up. I didn't lie on her. I didn't smear her name because it was the truth. And I don't get to talk to my daughter every day. And I got up early this morning. I did some praying. And then I tried to call my mama, and this bitch got me blocked. I don't give a fuck what I said. What is going on? I want you to tell my motherfucking daughter that I tried to call and talk to her and tell her happy birthday. Not only that, I've been out here busting my motherfucking ass trying to get my stability back. And this bitch got me blocked. I want you to tell my daughter the motherfucking truth that I tried to call several times and you got me blocked because I told the fucking truth on you. And I don't give a fuck about what nobody feel about this. This is my motherfucking story to tell in my testimony. And I don't give a fuck about nothing else. This year has been hard enough